All right, so we're gonna go over a few of our favorite spots to hit our heads in the van. Um, would you say hitting your head in the van is like the hardest part about living in a van?
I would say hitting your head in the van is definitely one of the most infuriating things about living in a van.
Yeah.
It instantly makes you very angry.
Yeah.
And I definitely hit my head less in the van because Simon's so much taller than me, but there's still a fair share of things that are pretty low.
Okay.
So the number one most hurtful place to hit your head in the van is this corner right here, which is ironic because my father made us this bookshelf with all his love and care, very sentimental, and it hurts us the most. And my father's also the most safety conscious person I have ever met in my life, and yet this is the pointiest corner in this whole van.
Okay.
The second place that hurts the most is probably, there used to be some nails sticking out of here. I think Simon might have taken them out, but that was a really awful one. And a lot of times when we're working back here and then we go to drive, you have to duck to get into the front seat. So if you're not entirely aware of where your surroundings are, you hit your head off here a lot. Or when you're coming from up there to back here, you hit your head off here. That also sucks. Another one I would say, hitting, it's not really your head, but hitting your arms and your back on when you're trying to get into bed. So hitting your back off these knobs, like getting this in the back, doesn't feel good. Simon often gets the hinge from the door in his back when he's going outside, ducking to get outside. And then other than that, there's a lot of storage things that are kind of low and in the way.
Like these ones here? You open these
Oh
up?
yeah, if this is open and you're walking, not a good idea. Usually when we put away groceries, one of us stands outside and hands them in and the other one puts them away because there's just not enough room to be doing that. And then the other one is there's not really a lot of space for your head when you're sitting. So like if you're sitting here and you're watching TV, like these lamps are really great, but
exactly the wrong
there's
place.
not really anywhere to put your head. So you either have to sit up and not lean back, or if you lean back, you gotta like get weight and sit like this.
And you make fun of me for the ways I sit at this table, but now you know the struggle.
Simon's found inventive ways to sit. I generally just like turning it into a couch because then I can lay down the other way.
And take up all the space.
And take up all the space. And then the other one that's really annoying is the one that's right above Simon's head right now, which is our little elastic bag we have that's always overflowing with stuff, so your head can never fit there either. That one might be annoying, but at least it's not hard. You'll never hurt your head sitting there. You just feel a little cramped.
Okay, so as you can see back here, there's not an awful lot of space where I actually do fit. And this one's particularly really aggravating because I put this here, knowing full well, I put this little bastard here, knowing full well how tall I am and how much of a pain it would be, and I still did it. So every time I hit it, I'm reminded of my poor planning and my poor choices. The other ones I love is every time, because I'm always down here on my knees, every time I get up, I'm always knocking these sharp edges and the pillows off of here. I want to just get a nail gun and staple these into the wall so they don't move anymore. That's my solution for a lot of things. Like my repair kit in the van is just bushels of super glue. That's all I fix stuff with. I just super glue stuff into place, and then I just don't worry about it after that because I'm really not into things moving on their own. Another practical favorite over here is Shelby's overflowing closet. I'm like have to cook here all the time, so I'm just playing this wrestling match against, and this is actually really light load. Like she's wearing most of the stuff that she normally, so like usually her purse, sometimes her backpack, just an absolute monstrosity of stuff takes up the whole space.
It's just a coat and a scarf and my moccasins and another coat.
And another coat and a purse and so yeah, it's definitely a cramped space, and I think when people talk about the tiny house movement and about how great it all is, that's all I can think about is hitting my head over and over and over again. So I don't know that we're exactly tiny house people. By necessity, I don't think I'm ever going to be a tiny house person. If there was like a medium house or like small house person. I would love to be a small house person. I just want like 14-foot ceilings is all I really want. So, I mean, there's a lot of disadvantages to the tiny space living, but the big advantage is, you know, we're in a parking spot right now at a park, and our whole house is here, and we're gonna make dinner, and we're gonna eat dinner, and we're gonna watch a movie probably, and take it easy tonight, and we can do all of that in one parking spot. So, you take the good with the bad.